Welcome to the fourth and final review of the evening. Up this time is Can of Wormholes. Push, slice, ingest, flip, and squish worms in this puzzle game in which you play as a little sentient tin can. The puzzles in this game are an exploration of how far the interactions between a seemingly simple collection of objects can be taken. Each puzzle is designed to teach a new idea or interaction that was hidden in plain sight all along. So, yeah. That's a pretty cognizant explanation of what you're doing. Because if you see this game in, like, screenshots or video, you may not have an idea of what's going on exactly at first glance. Because, well, to put it bluntly, there's a lot of weird shit going on here. Like, but the basics are, yeah, you've got to get this. You are not only a sentient tin can, but you get to spawn a worm that needs to put another worm into a chamber of some sort that gets a glyph and unlocks progress. I'll be honest, I didn't exactly understand what was going on there. Honestly, the puzzle aspects of this game are the less bizarre ones, if I'm being honest. And that is the basics of the puzzle going on here, but how to put this? This game is masterfully beguiling. Now, it's a game that's going to work your logic centers, provided you don't go and do what I did, and I was start looking up the answers in the walkthrough online, which you totally can do at this point in time. Granted, at that point, that's when I actually stopped playing the game because, well, I wasn't actually playing the game at that point. But yeah, so your task is to get is to get the worm into the chamber, but you might be beset by different obstacles, and this game keeps throwing new twists into the equation. Like, pretty soon after the initial batch of levels, like the first 2 or 3, you're going to have to figure out how to extend your worm just right. And yes, I know how that sounded, phrasing. Like, in order to get it around the island properly to get to the chamber. And then next, you got these little pea pods that you have to use as either growth bits or bits of a raft or something in the water. Last part I got to is when it started introducing multiple worm chambers. And that's when I'm like, okay, my head is hurting. Time to stop, and I just never picked it back up. Like last puzzle, remember completing had you was this puzzle where you had to cut up the worm properly and move the and use the dissected body part in the puzzle.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, it is. Even the overworld is weird. As you can see, like, here Petty is playing as the, living tin can with the worm legs. And the wormhole is like more literal than you'd expect. You know. Yeah. See, this is what I was talking about. You got to get the worm. Yeah. You got to get the worm into that chamber at up top, and you got to do it by getting around the water. Yeah. Easy enough, but like I said, this game is going to get really challenging really quickly. You know, it is generous in the sense that you get you aren't limited in your redos or undos. Like I said, I just don't exactly know what's actually going on here. You know, I get it conceptually, like you got to get the worm into the chamber in order to solve a puzzle, but you know, what is this? Like, literally, what is this? Right, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention what some are hailing as the most innovative part of this package, and that is the hint system. Hit escape, Petty. Go to Insight. Yes. So instead of giving you like proper hints, it gives you a mini puzzle. And when you figure that out, that literally gives you insight into how to solve the bigger puzzle.
Huh.
Yeah. There are those who really enjoy this. I found it annoying because here's the thing: if I'm looking for hints, I'm not looking to use additional brain power. But perhaps that's a subjective thing. And yeah, this is this puzzle here is teaching you how to contort properly. Because keep going. Yeah. Except no, that's not the proper way. Like, yeah, you got to figure out the exact positioning in order to get over there. Or once again, hit the insight system. So one of these days, this channel is just going to become us getting petty game through puzzle games.
I'll destroy you both.
I'd imagine so. Yes. Anyway, so is this a good puzzle game? Yes, it is. Is it as good as some people are saying? I'd imagine so. It's not the kind of puzzle game I felt like spending a lot of time with. Like I said, it's very intensive in its actuality. Like if you're actually trying to solve the puzzle, yeah, you're gonna need to think about it and apply a lot of brain power.
You can back up, right? But you can't turn while backing up?
It depends. You can back up. If you can't back up, that's when you get a prompt to restart or undo.
So I think you need to figure out if there's a way to back off of the thing instead of fronting off.
Yeah. That is the solution to this puzzle. Like I said, go to the insight system. Hit escape. Yeah. And go to create insight. See, go down. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Now you're supposed to figure out how to back. Yeah. That's how that hint system works.
I kind of like the idea of that as a hint system, at least.
Like I said, it's got novelty on its side, if nothing else. And just keep going straight down, Betty. Now back up. No, keep backing up. Yeah, a little too far. Anyway. Yeah. So, in terms of pricing, this is going to cost you quite a bit in terms of indie games. It's going to fetch you $20. Now, is it worth $20?
How many puzzles is it?
100. And it boasts that every puzzle introduces something new. So it's quite beefy in that respect. Now, getting back to, can I recommend it at that price? I think you have to be dedicated to playing this game at $20. If this is a game that's going to fluster you after 3 or 4 puzzle segments, unless that's the way you want to work at it, like play it a bit, stop playing, come back, then that kind of rhythm, you should look elsewhere, because this is a legitimate puzzle game that's going to puzzle your brain. As you can see, it is puzzling Petty's brain.
I'm also a little tired at the moment.
Fair enough.
But anyway, but yeah, definitely one of the better games I've played this year for the show so far. Possibly we'll see where things lie at the end of the year. But like I said, it's a really great puzzle game. It's just, you kind of have to be dedicated to playing a puzzle game, as goofy as that sounds, for me to go a full recommend. Right. So yeah, that'll about do it for this installment of Fragments of Silicon reviews. And coming up on the week ahead, so it's going to be a week of reunions, as we're welcoming a whole slew of old friends to, both shows this week. But coming up on Wednesday, May 10th, we'll be welcoming back to the program our good friend and former member, Naka Talili. And Naka's coming back to talk about his latest game endeavors.
Oh, boy.
Yep. And, presumably a bit about the Let's Play stuff. And coming up on Friday, May 12th, we'll be welcoming Ross Bierley of Ghostlight Games back to the program.
Holy shit, it's been a while since we had Ghostlight.
Yes, it has. So they've got a bit of an unusual release happening here, as they are, I think it's come out, but they are releasing the Record of Agarist War on the Nintendo Switch, but in PAL territories. It's kind of a harkening back to their roots there.
Back in ye olden times.
Now, recalling our previous interviews with Ghostlight, I do not think we've talked about the Argrist games, which is handy because that was kind of the that was kind of the series that got them into where they are today. On the PC. There are a slew of strategy games from our not so favorite duo of Compile Heart and Idea Factory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but still, I'm looking forward to having Ross back on the program and Naka and the people we are having on MSP this week. But that's MSP stuff. So anyway, until next time, I shall wish you good gaming.